Welcome back inside the State Champs studio for another edition of State Champs W's Hangtime, Michigan. My name is Elizabeth Coon and I'm joined by Lexi Ayala. This program is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University. Do you have the dream of playing college basketball? LTU has athletic and academic scholarships right now. Recruit yourself by going to ltuathletics.com and clicking on the Recruit Yourself link. This show is all about girls basketball and we'll be here all season long.
I've got a hot topic that I'm going to be talking about later as we preview one of the biggest tournaments taking place on the West Side.
Every week, we will also have a companion audio podcast of Hangtime. Each week, we will interview a different girls basketball coach from around the state. Sponsored by the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. And this week, we had a conversation with St. Ignace head coach Doreen Ingalls. We'll talk with Coach about any advice for young coaches and her thoughts on winning the MHSAA Women in Sports Leadership Award. We'll also be talking with State Champs' own Matt Mowry about his latest girls basketball state rankings, which you can check out now at statechampsnetwork.com. Let's begin today with a recap of some of the recent girls basketball action you can watch on State Champs Network right now. We highlighted a few games from the Motor City Roundball Classic, and we start with a pair of mid-Michigan schools going at it as Flint-Hamady took on Bridgeport. Hamady, who made it to the 2019 Division III state final, was led by Maya McNuckles, who had a game-high 19 points, and Kennedy Adams chipped in with 11. As the Hawks would go on to beat Bridgeport 36-30 the final.
All right, Liz, guard Maya McNuckles, she earned MVP for her team in the Motor City Roundball Classic, but not just because she had the game-high 19 points. But because of how she got those points. She doesn't give up. She's constantly crashing the boards, getting second chance points off of offensive rebounds. She knows how to move off the ball, and she catches her defenders slipping through backdoor cuts and finishing layups. And a lot of those buckets were assisted by her teammate guard, Kennedy Adams. The pair work really well together. Adams is really calm handling the ball and breaking the full court press. She also has a really strong drive where she can either take it all the way to the hoop and finish, or she'll draw the defenders to her, open up an opportunity for McNuckles or other teammates to score. Right now, the Hawks sit at third in the Genesee Area Conference Red Division after back-to-back losses to Goodrich and Flint Beecher, who are first and second in the conference.
Next, we had West Bloomfield, who came into the Roundball Classic ranked number 2 in the State Champs Top 25 ranking as they went up against Brighton that was also ranked at 22. This went back and forth throughout the night. The junior Mary Koppel had a team-high 15 points for Brighton, and the Hope College-bound Jessica Andrew finished with 10 for the Bulldogs. But it would be too much West Bloomfield in this one. 3 Lakers finished in double figures. Maya Hooper and Sydney Hendricks each had 19 as West Bloomfield gets the win over Brighton's 66-60 the final.
So Liz, in this one, Brighton came out ready to win. They outscored West Bloomfield 24-13 in the first quarter, with a ton of those being fast break points. But after the Lakers started getting back on defense, it limited the Bulldogs' easy buckets and sealed the win in the third quarter, Golden State Warrior style, dropping 27 points. West Bloomfield's Maya Hooper's last name fits her just right. She is a straight hooper. She can score from anywhere on the floor. She'll catch it in the high post, shot fake, dribble, step back, swish mid-range. She can absorb contact and finish at the rim through fouls. She also has a sniper. She can hit from long range as well, steals, fast breaks, you name it. Hooper's got good company around her as well. Like you said, Hendricks with 19. As a forward, she can drive the ball in from outside, and once she gets in the paint, she seals the deal with great footwork and finishes strong through contact.
Moving along at the Roundball Classic, number 6 Heartland went up against the Orioles from Ludington. The Eagles proved they're one of the top teams in the state with a 51-26 victory over Ludington. Heartland senior Amanda Roach, who is going to play her collegiate ball at North Dakota next year, had a game-high 19 points.
So Ludington's girls basketball team found out just before the game that their opponent was switched from a really good team in Detroit Country Day to a really great team in Division I powerhouse Heartland. Ludington's head coach Warren Stowe said he was proud that his team just stepped up and gained the experience of playing against such a tall, strong, and fast Heartland team. The Orioles actually had an edge on the Eagles, outscoring them 17-9 in the fourth, but Heartland's Amanda Roach was too much to handle way too early for Ludington. The North Dakota commit has a lethal hesitation dribble and quick step to slice through defenders and finish drives to the hoop. In this game, she was able to make easy money off pickpocketing players, turning her defense into offensive fast breaks. Overall, the team shares the ball and just plays team basketball really well. That and tough defense that turns into offense has been the main catalyst in the Eagles' 4-0 start on the season.
And finally, we had a top 15 matchup as number 5 Ypsilanti Arbor Prep took on number 12 Frankenmuth. The game was close at the half with Arbor Prep leading 24-21, but the Gators, who had only 7 players dressed in this one due to players out with illness, exploded in the second half, scoring 51 points. The Miss Basketball candidate and Texas A&M bound Maya Petticord had a game-high 20. Arbor Prep goes on to win 75-45.
Frankenmuth three-point specialist guard Zoe Purcell was hot in the first half, keeping the Eagles in the game. She ended up finishing with a team-high 13, but Arbor Prep's guard Maya Petticord's 20 points and forward Stephanie Utani's 19 points was more than enough to bury Frankenmuth. It's hard for anyone to guard Petticord when she's in the zone. The Miss Basketball candidate has a killer cross combined with a little hezzy that creates just enough space for her to pull up mid-range and hit step-back three-pointers. She has a flair about her that just makes her a lot of fun to watch, and she moves really well off the ball too. She's constantly moving and always putting herself in a position to score. And it's nice for Arbor Prep to have such a strong guard in Petticord to control the offense, and then such a strong post presence in Utoni to clean up boards down low and finish for second chance points. Utoni is strong and teams will have to really key in on boxing her out. You have to put a body on her and push her out of the paint, because that's definitely what she's been doing and going to continue to do against her opponents.
For more than 25 years, the greatest honor a Michigan high school student athlete can earn, the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's High School Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male and 6 female nominees earn $1,000 of scholarship money, with $5,000 each to be awarded at an amazing red carpet gala in downtown Detroit in June. Nominations accepted through March 4th, but know this: you cannot be nominated if you don't apply. Download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com.
Hangtime is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Officials are desperately needed. Go to MHSAA.com for details. Help wanted, just whistle. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine team. We've got a whole new crop of game changers coming up in the new year, including some interesting quizzes packed with information you need to know.
I also invite you to listen to the Hangtime Companion Audio Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We are thrilled to be partners once again with the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. And BCAM would like to celebrate our great game by promoting unity among teams, schools, and communities. We had the pleasure of interviewing Hall of Famer St. Ignace head coach Doreen Ingalls. She talks about how her team promotes unity.
So BCAM has introduced and officially launched the One Team campaign in an effort to promote unity among teams, schools, and communities. It's so important. So what are some things you've done already or will do, whether it's activities, at games, or both, to promote unity on the court and respect for the teams and each other?
Absolutely. I think it's so important. There's different levels and different outreaches of this campaign. But one of the things that we definitely make sure is that we teach our kids things that they may not understand. Living in a small community up north, they don't realize some of the things that people face. And I think education is so important. And I think that instead of hiding from what is happening out there, that we need to discuss it. I think sweeping it under the rug just makes it worse. And I think we need to talk about it. And that's one thing that we try to do as a unit is discuss things that are, whether it's the topic on the news, as far as when we're playing, we make sure that we talk about, we try to talk to our student bodies and make sure that we are promoting positive cheering. And just make sure that everybody is leaving that floor and leaving the stadium knowing that, that was a good, positive experience. There's no need to, ridicule anybody. as far as on the court. But there's a lot of social issues that we need to talk about, and most recent obviously was the Oxford tragedy, and that reaches out into, you don't know what people are feeling. You don't know what your impact and a positive word from you could do to somebody else. And, we all have these anecdotes and these stories, the changing lives that Doug likes to do on the bus, and it's a curriculum and different things like that. We do discuss things, but when there's something right there that is fresh and, current, that usually helps, discuss it a little bit more and make it more real to these kids, because a lot of people think it's only happening to other people, but it could happen at them as well. And it's just something that I think the power of discussion is what, you have to bring it out to the forefront. You can't hide the shadows.
The entire interview is available now. You can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. We also have a standalone video on State Champs W's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page, as well as the State Champs W website, statechampsw.com. Now it's time for Lexi's hot topic of the week.
All right, it's time. No shot clock in high school basketball. Why? I'm not the only one who's been thinking this. Beginning with the 2022-23 season, a 35-second shot clock will be permitted in high school basketball games by state association adoption. A proposal for a national rule mandating a shot clock was not approved yet, hopefully. Some schools have already adopted the high school basketball shot clock in boys and girls basketball around the country, but one of the biggest issues with having no shot clock at the high school level right now is that when there's a close game, it's smart for the team that's winning to play what's called keep away basketball at the end. It's smart because keep away basketball focuses on passing the ball around on offense without looking to score in order to keep the ball away from letting the other team get it back in their hands. Though this is smart, it's not what real high-level basketball looks like at the end of a game. Adjusting the shot clock at the college level after high school is normally one of the biggest changes and adjustments to get used to at the next level. So having a shot clock also just makes the game flat out more exciting because more possessions translates into more scoring. Stopping a team from scoring in the allotted time of the shot clock is also a great way to reward great defense. And it's time for high school athletes to adapt to playing ball with a shot clock.
Thanks, Lexi. There is a big showcase taking place in Grand Rapids Saturday the 8th. Lexi, let everyone know who's going to be there.
I got you, Liz. This showcase is being hosted by Cornerstone Athletics, and the matchups are on your screen now. The final game of the night between Hudsonville and Grass Lake sees two defending state champs squaring off. That should be a really good matchup. Wayne Memorial, fresh off a trip to the semifinals last year, takes on East Kentwood. Defending D2 champs Portland takes on Forest Hills Central in the tip-off game, and East Lansing has made some trips to the Final Four in recent years themselves, so has Arbor Prep. They will play East Grand Rapids and Lowell, respectively.
That's it for this week, but Hangtime will be right back here next week, and we will run right through the state finals in March. Thanks so much for watching. For Lexi, I'm Elizabeth, and we'll see you next time on State Champs W's Michigan Hangtime. State Champs W's Hangtime Michigan is presented by Lawrence Technological University. L2 offers 24 varsity sports from men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit L2athletics.com and recruit yourself. Hangtime is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Pros. Do you have a sports injury, or are you looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Athlete of the Year Award. Applications being accepted now until March 4th, 2022 for the male and female high school athletes of the year. Check out previous winners and download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com. And the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. BCAM has launched the One Team campaign, celebrating the great game by promoting unity among teams, coaches, and communities. Find out more at bcam.org.